Traveling Pants of a Single Mom, and today I have my two dear friends, Tiff the model, and Mattine the fashion stylist.
Yeah.
Cause I messed up and said fashion designer.
Ain't even catch it.
Yeah, she was like, girl, she come with her like, girl, I'm not a fashion designer.
I'm not a fashion designer.
I was like, wait, is it different?
Yeah.
He's like, well, see, this is why we need to have the episode, cause I'm like, I'm thinking fashion designer and fashion stylist. I mean, it's all the same thing. She's like, girl, I don't sew.
Yeah, you definitely got to
I would have got it mixed up too.
Right. So, I want you guys to tell a little bit about yourself. So we're going to go ahead and start with Mattine. So Mattine, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Born and raised in Miami. Always was into fashion. I remember at 13, 14, I was working at local little boutique stores, just selling little things just because I like fashion. And I remember working under a French lady, still don't remember her name, I keep saying it, I need to find this lady. And worked under this lady, and she just took me under her wing, and she taught me everything about, like kind of mentored me about fashion. And 13, 14, I was just learning about fashion, and as I grew, I was just going, I was working at different stores. I worked at Baker's shoe store. I worked at Bell Harbor. And I just knew that fashion was for me. And that's just my way of life. Like, it literally takes me, fashion for me is like my like Barnes and Noble, how people like to go and read.
Right.
For me, fashion, that's my way out. Like, I literally have to have it in order for me to like breathe. Well, God first. And then fashion, of course. I'm 30, I'm about to be 36, Lord. I am 35. I do work a full-time job, but I'm a fashion stylist. Also kind of full-time because once I leave work, I have to cater to my clients. A lot of my clients, they're business professionals, they're lawyer, doctors, so during the weekends, I'm booked and busy because of course I have to book my clients around that time, around my schedule.
Right.
But for me, that's just, I love it. Always loved it. I know some people say that they have to go to school to learn certain things, but when God give you a gift,
you have it.
It just naturally comes out. And I feel like when I'm in my element, nobody can really talk to me because that's just, I breathe it. I breathe fashion. So
that's passion.
Yes. I love it.
I love it. Okay, and then Tiff, tell us a little bit about you.
My name is Tiffany, and I am 35 years old, but I'm glad I don't look it.
Right.
Unlike Mattine, I like fashion too, but I didn't really get into it until like maybe last year.
Really?
But I do remember, like, as a kid, my mom always told me, Tiffany, you need to be a model. And I heard her, but I didn't take it seriously until we filmed All Because of a Man.
Yes.
And we did the photo shoot there. And I was like, ooh,
yes.
Yes. So that's when it hit me, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for this now. So ever since then, I've been doing a few photo shoots and mostly runways.
Right.
Which is fun, but it can be stressful too. But yeah, I get into it now.
So I wanted to ask, I'm gonna ask the questions, and they're gonna be for both of you guys. So I guess y'all can answer, whoever want to answer first.
Okay.
But where did we meet?
We met.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we met at Aetna. We worked together at Aetna Specialty. Yeah.
That's where we met. Yeah, that is where we met.
Yeah.
We all met at
And we all met in kind of
Aetna
like
Specialty.
All right.
I'm trying to think outside. I was like, did we meet outside?
Nah, we met at Etna.
Yeah,
definitely. But we kind of grew in the sense where we just started kind of hanging out, getting to know one another. And of course, after the All Because of a Man documentary, we got to really find out about each other. So that was a great thing. And it was kind of like a connect the dot thing.
Yeah.
Because you was into wanting to do your podcast.
Right.
Camera, doing photography. And then you model, of course. And then we kind of like linked up. And then I styled you for my, I think it was my
Tame photo shoot.
Yeah, it was my Tame photo shoot for my Lux event.
Yeah,
and
that was so
good.
fun.
Yeah.
That was my first.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's my first shoot. I was nervous, but once he started, Michael Lewis was the photographer.
Yes,
he made me so comfortable.
Yeah,
and he actually thought that was I had been
doing
it.
Right.
And I was like, nah. So he took my.
It was natural for you.
Yeah, it is absolutely natural. Like,
she killed it.
I don't even know how you've gone this long in life and you're actually not doing it.
I've been thinking about that too.
You definitely kill it, especially when I will never forget that you talk about the picture with the hat. I kept saying, I want the picture with the hat.
Right, and I was like, which one? I did so much
hat.
But if you guys go to my website, tameyourstyle.com, she's like Tiffany is literally all over my website. So definitely take a look at that if you ever get a chance.
Absolutely, because we did that. Let's talk a little bit about what All Because of a Man did for us individually and as a group. I know for me personally, like you said, I wanted to start my podcast. You know what? I think I wanted to start my podcast, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But I always felt like, dang, Tasha, you should be doing something. Like, you don't obviously like your 9 to 5. I'm grateful.
Right. Yeah.
Because they paid the bills.
Yeah.
But I don't, that's not my passion. You know what I'm saying? But I never knew what my passion was. And then when we did All Because of a Man, and we were in front of them lights, camera, action, honey. I was like, wait, I could see me doing something where I'm, like in that realm. Yeah. And when we were done filming All Because of a Man, I was like, dang, we should all do a podcast together.
Right.
We talked about it, but that didn't work out. But I was like,
individually we all.
Yeah, like I need to do my own thing. But I always give a shout out to James and just for that project, because had I not been a part of that documentary, I probably wouldn't be. I would probably still be going to work and coming home. I no passion, nothing like what I'm saying. That was like the nudge for me. That kind of like, all right, Tasha, you see what this feel like, so now you need to go ahead and find something that you like. So what about you, Tiff?
The documentary. Before the documentary, I was a real private person.
Oh yeah, you were.
I didn't really share a lot of stuff with people. So when James asked me to talk about what I had went through, I was down for it on the first day.
Me too.
Right.
When it was time to film,
it was everybody
I always say, if James was not my friend, I would have backed out because I was ready. Like,
I think I was gonna back out at one point, but then I was like, for me, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But after that, I had been thinking about it, meditating on it. I was like, ooh, what if I go off?
You did really good at it.
All of us did good. We didn't man bash at all.
No.
But when I did the documentary and I finally talked about it for the first time with the world, I was like, oh, that wasn't bad.
No.
So I was like, let me do something else. And then when we did the photo shoot, I was like, let me get into modeling.
Right.
And then when you asked me, I was like, okay, let's do this.
Because I wanted you to be the face behind my brand, and it was amazing.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, and it took her out of her shell, because I remember Tiff was very, very quiet. Tiff didn't talk. Now Tiff is like, hey girl, I'm back. I gotta go to this photo shoot.
Right, like I'm booked and busy.
Tiffany, I know, like shy Tiffany. Right. She running the runway fashion shows, doing African and Orlando fashion shows. That was so fun.
Nice. And what about you? What did All Because of a Man do for you?
I think
because I know you were already on the scene.
Yeah, I was already doing fashion shows, and I was kind of trying to get out the element still, but For me, it was kind of just clarity to forgive my past.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just needed to forgive my past because my past was haunting me. And even though I was doing those fashion shows and everything, I was just like, something was still holding me. Like, I wasn't able to like. I was still kind of like holding something, like holding a grudge against what happened to me. But I was like, after the documentary, everything just started kind of like coming out. I think I had like one last cry, like big, like snot nose cry out. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm ready to conquer the world. Like I was ready. So now it's like I'm ready for everything that's coming my way.
Right.
Yeah.
I think All Because of Man was just a good platform for all of us. I think everybody that was in that documentary is doing something.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we did.
Yeah. I'm so, because I was ready. Like I said, if James was not my friend,
and actually,
back out.
Ingrid decided she went back to school for mental health.
Yeah.
So now she's full time in school, right, doing mental health studies.
Yeah. So I think right after we went on the cruise, we did. We talked about that. We talked about it. Actually, James, I guess it just came to him like, okay, each girl, this is how I feel. Things are gonna work out for you, and he gave us all each, like a testimony, I guess, of what he felt was gonna happen, what the blessings we were gonna receive, and a lot of us are in that direction of what he said, So again, like I said, just shout out, thank you for believing in us, thank you for believing in me, thank you for believing in yourself for doing that film. So that was that was great for, I think, all of us. So let's get a little bit into Tame. So that's the name of your company, Tame.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you come up with the name Tame, and what does it mean?
So I was driving with my friend Reggie. Reggie is really close to me. And he kept saying, making it an acronym, and we just kept, I was like, okay, I'm gonna name Tame Tanya Mattine's Elegance. Tanya's, which is my sister, and then my name, of course, following Elegance. I was like, and a couple years went by. I was like, I don't think I want to make that trademark. But then I went back in one day and I was like, you know what? Because I write a lot. So I kept writing. I was like, every time, it wasn't just right. That name wasn't right for Tame. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep writing it down. And then I came up with Trendy and Made Elegant. Because we're all made trendy and elegant in some way. Whether it's not even about fashion, it could be something else that you love. Whether it's you want to go to school to be a lawyer or a doctor or a football player. Trends and all that stuff, they come back. And for me, that's why I kept it like, I just kept, trendy and made elegant. So when I say Tame your style, it's trendy and made elegant, of course, your style.
Yeah. I like that. And then you created your model page called I Am
Tiffany Naomi.
Yes. So where did that inspiration come from for that name?
James kind of helped me out with it. I was struggling with it for like maybe a day or two. But then I was like, why not use my name? So, of course, my name is Tiffany, and then my middle name is Naomi.
Oh, okay. It's really nice, though.
Yeah, I love that name. It's biblical, and plus it was my grandmother's name, who passed away before I was born.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, Tiffany Naomi.
Yeah, that's nice. And for me, my traveling pants name, the traveling pants of a single mom. Well, at one point I was really traveling a lot. Like I was going here, like when I was trying to get out of like, okay, Tasha, what you want to do? Like what's out there? Like what's ahead of me? I started traveling and doing a lot of different things. And I wanted to originally start documenting me traveling and showing like you can be a single mom, but you can still travel, you can still enjoy, yourself. You don't have to be limited because you're a single mom.
Exactly.
That was the original concept. So I was gonna like vlog me traveling, but at the time it was like when my braces was fresh, y'all, and my teeth, I wasn't ready yet. My teeth wasn't ready. So I just my teeth wasn't ready. I was ready, but my teeth, they was like like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't ready for the camera, for me to have no camera in my face and stuff like that. So I was like,
you probably was doubting yourself.
Yeah, it was just the teeth. It was just the teeth. Well, at least you are. No, for real. I can be honest with it now because they made a corrective stage, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I could be honest with it, but I was like, dang, I really like that concept, but I'm not gonna be holding no camera in my face, talking to nobody camera.
Yeah.
So I did away with the idea, like, okay. And then again, when, you know, All Because of a Man came about, I was like, well, dang, I have the name, I have the logo, so what I'm gonna do with it? And then when All Because of a Man finished, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a podcast, but you know, I started off with it being audio. And just to pause real quick, I forgot to mention in the beginning that today I celebrate 1 year of launching my podcast. So with that being said, I started off with just audio in my room. You know what I'm saying? Like recording, you know, like recording music. Remember?
I can't believe it's been a year.
Yes. I can't believe it either. Yes, and I would have people come over, and then we would do the interview in my room.
Yeah,
but you'd be surprised when people first start. Like a lot of the people that's successful now, they start in their basement. They start within just like a comfort of their own home.
Right. So I started like that, and then, but yeah, that's where I came in with the traveling pants. But when I went to Jersey to go finish to visit my friend Allison, that's when we honed in on the name, the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And I just felt like it fit me, and I just loved it, like the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. We sat right there in this coffee shop or the tea shop. She took a picture. She told me to stand up. She's so visually creative. She told me to stand up. She took the picture, and then we sitting there talking, and I'm thinking she's not listening to me because I'm here running my mouth. And when we were done talking, she turned it over and said, "Look." And I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the logo.
So she designed it.
Yeah, so she designed it. So shout out to Allison, because she just right there put that logo together. So so that's how the Traveling Pants came about. And again, I'm celebrating 1 year. I'm super excited. And it just goes to show that you can do anything you put your mind to. I always shy away from doing stuff because I call myself not being consistent. I'm not a consistent person. So I never did anything that I knew would require consistency. But when I launched the podcast, I prayed about it. I thought about it. I said, God, you know, it's a time in my life that I need to do something different. I'm ready for something different. So, you know, take that away from me being scared to do something outside of the box only because I was afraid of being, you know, inconsistent. So, so that's how the Traveling Pants came along.
1 year later.
Or whatever, like 1 year later. So, let me see, I'm trying to get into my little questions. When did you realize you had a passion for modeling outside of All Because of a Man, or did it all start there when you saw?
Oh, it really hit me the first photo shoot for Mattine for her Lux line. Michael had did my first couple of shots. He told me to come look at it, and when I went to look at it, I almost bust out crying because I couldn't believe it was me and that I was doing it and that I could do it.
Right.
So that's when it hit me.
And you
And then when I went back for him to take more shots, I was like, okay, Tiff, get it together.
Right. But you know the crazy part is, I don't ever look. I know some people, they only want. How can I say this? They don't want a team. They kind of just want to start. It's like almost where people just want to work for themselves. Like they don't want to create a team. And I want to be able to help other people.
Right.
And with that, I was like, I knew Tiffany need headshot pictures. I knew that she had to go in, and that these people, when these model agencies and these companies, when you come to them and you don't have a profile, they don't even look at you.
They don't want to look at you.
You can come with beauty. If you don't have that headshot picture or that comp card, they don't even look at you. And I was like, I wanted my friend to be prepared. And I wanted her to, you know, be able to shine that light on you as much as possible, so you can kind of like take the baton. And with others, I'm also helping another girl out too named Sabine Lay. She started off, and I met her at church, and she said, my mom didn't take me serious. She's like, nobody took me serious because I wanted to be in fashion. I said, well, I'm gonna take you serious. And she talked at I had a first workshop event in Orlando on fashion workshop, and I let her do her own segment on fashion. It doesn't hurt me to work with somebody else in the same room.
Absolutely.
And we do the same thing.
Right, and that's one thing that I'm realizing, that sometimes I am meeting a lot of women now that want to be a helpmate. Like, you know, we support each other, and like, but then you have so many women too. It's like it's a competition.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
trust me.
we all on the same path, and my door is not your door. You know what I'm saying? My blessing is not your blessing. Just because we're in the same, you know, doing the same things, that doesn't mean that we can't help each other get to the same place.
But I ask God for discernment though.
Yeah.
Because I ask God for discernment. Because at the same time, you have people that want to come to just take what you have, and they go copy.
You know what? And that's a good, and not only just the copying, you also have to have discernment on who you let into your circle. Because just recently, this has happened to me where I let somebody in. They came to me like, "Oh yes, I'm this is," and you know, they were right. And the person was extremely talented. Extremely talented with what they did, but when it was time to say, okay, boom, we come, we get things together, I'm asking for the work. Oh, my computer crashed, everything crashed, all my information. And I'm like, wait, you done did a whole photo shoot. Now, you can do whatever you want with those pictures now. Like, do you want me to pay you for the, like, what, you know what I'm saying? We went in as a team though. You know, so now you know somebody paid me for a service. But now I can't provide the person with the service that they paid me for because what? You know what I'm saying? So you do have to have discernment because you want to help everybody. Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Like, but then I literally have to be careful with, especially with my brand. This is mine.
It's your baby.
Somebody come in and just try to terrorize it. That's why I have God in the center. I have it in the beginning and at the end. I pray about everything I touch. Whether it's a client that I'm about to charge over, it don't matter, like $200, $300, $400, $500 up to $1,000. If God tell me he doesn't want me to do that $1,000 deal, I'm not gonna do it. And it's the truth, because you can feel when it's something not right. Right. You can feel when it's a deal is gonna go bad, and I just always ask.
You have to listen to yourself.
Definitely.
Because most times your inner self lets you know, like, well, I don't feel this vibe, or like something don't feel right, and you know, sometimes you just be like, oh, $1,000 deal, $10,000 deal, and you're just gonna go with it because at the end of the day you're looking at the money. But you're right, you have to really think about like how you feel about that deal or that client that you're about to work with.
I know. As for me, like when I've been like I did a photo shoot for Embrace Beauty magazine.
With
it was
Cam America.
Yes.
No, with him.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
We did ball gowns in the city streets. So there was other models there, and sometimes even with runway shows, I try not to focus on what the other models are doing. I just focus on what I'm doing, because I can only be me.
That's good.
So
that's true.
That's really
so. What do you prefer? Because I know they have print, which would be considered like magazine, and then runway. So which one do you like the most?
I want features all day. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Features are dope because people get to see.
I prefer print.
You prefer print?
I do. I want to get into it more.
Well, you do. You are flawless.
Oh,
I mean, that picture that I know for real, Tiff. That picture that I posed.
You can probably post it out.
I was like, so at the end, I'm gonna post. Send me some of your, just one or two, not much, you know, so I can post it at the end of the episode, just so people can see, like. I mean, if that video that I put up today, like the intro video that I put up, that alone shows like you are freaking flawless. So, but you rock the runway though.
I do. That's okay. Let me tell y'all. When I first did, I think it was your runway. I even the runways up to today, I always focus on not falling.
Yeah, because I remember I said, Tiff, go back, do it again, Tiff.
She did. And then I realized with designers, they want your walk to be different.
Each designer is looking for a different look.
Some of them want you to be a clothes hanger. Some of them want you to show attitude. And then another thing is, I don't do heels.
She did. I think she came to the rehearsal. I said, Tiffany, where your heels at? Tiffany I said, no, take it back. We gonna wear heels. Come on now. You gotta wear those heels.
I don't do heels, but now
she getting better. So So tell me the experience when she first came. Like you just gave a little bit. Like you was like Tiff, but tell the experience of when she came out.
She was actually the first person there at rehearsal.
Like to be prompt.
Yeah, and automatically I knew that she had a walk because her walk was the right hand.
Because I was always playing around. Even as a kid, I would play around
with
walking. Yeah.
She had a really, really cute walk.
Really?
But her walk it was just different and elegant. And I knew that it was perfect for the show.
Right.
Because I knew that it would go just perfect with the looks. And she was on time. She was prompt. I don't like people being late. And she was the first one there. Well, you know, child, I've been trying to get this stuff.
It's the lights. It's the lights. It's the AC down.
Bright lights.
Yeah, them lights will give you, girl. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my lights. You know,
It's okay, child. I sweat for you.
Girl.
It's fine.
Okay, so go ahead back to her.
Yeah, but she was prompt, and a lot of times when I have my fashion shows, rehearsal is a must. If you miss at least one rehearsal, I don't even want you to come back. Just no, seriously.
You know what? You gotta work like that. Go ahead.
No, because people won't take you serious. Because I pay my models. A lot of fashion shows that I see, they're not paying these models. I'm gonna be totally frank with anyone out there. I'm just saying. I just feel like because models take so much time to be there all day with you for an event, to not pay them or not even give them, even makeup or clothes or something in exchange
for their time.
Exactly, because models you have amazing, talented models that come in from far. They come from Tampa. Don't even give them any gas money.
Wow. Because you know what I heard. People say they're getting the experience.
No,
right?
I don't even do casting calls. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. I don't do casting calls. I pick my models. I already know who they are.
Right.
That's it. And I pay them because of their professionalism, and I know that this is what they do. I'm not gonna disrespect them and say, hey, I pay them, and that's just how I am.
That's good that you know your model.
Right. I used to do casting calls, and then casting calls turn into, okay, you get like 50, 60, 70 emails, and then you maybe probably get like 20 people that show up. And then the 20 people that show up, 10 makes it.
Wow.
Yeah.
10 probably makes it.
Especially as when the date comes.
Right.
It comes closer to the
So
date.
that's like kind of playing with, it's okay. I'd rather just pick my models and I know exactly who it is and do it that way.
So to Mattine, because we're gonna go into one of your looks real quick. So we have Tiffany here as a model, so we're gonna have her do. Mattine is gonna do a look for Tiffany, but before you go and do that, that's all right. That's all right. Before you do that, tell me what your services that you offer. Like, what do you specialize in? What exactly do you do?
Okay, I'm a fashion coach / fashion stylist and image consultant. So for me, I do more wardrobe styling. So I do fashion shows. I style for, I don't do more video photo shoots. I mean like video vixen shoots and stuff. That's really not my type of style, but I do high-end fashion. More high editorial fashion, high-end fashion. A lot of my clients, of course, I have my clients that are nurses and lawyers. So a lot of times I'm getting ready for a gala or anything that's fancy, or if I pack their bags for them, they're going on trips. So
So it's like people that some of your stuff is like people that don't really know.
No, they don't have the time. A lot of the times they're like nurses. I have a traveling nurse. She doesn't have any time, so I do everything for her. And a lot of times I have a lot of clients that really don't have the time, and I do everything for them. I make sure their clothes are together, make sure it's packed. The only thing I have to do is meet me. And if they can't meet me, I try not to take my clients to the stores at all, because that's not the experience that I want them to have.
Right.
So you do front door service experience.
Oh wow. So I
go shopping. First quarter, get their measurements and everything, and then from then I go to the stores or I order online. I try not to go too much in the stores because the stores really don't have much. But if a client called me last minute and say, hey, I need an outfit like today, they get charged extra just because it's last minute, but it's the truth. And then of course I would have to go to the mall, but me, I like to freestyle. Right. I don't say, okay, I'm gonna just put this black dress on you. I'm gonna make that black dress turn into like some, I don't know, asymmetrical, elegant type of, you're gonna switch it up.
So do you go by what you think would look good on their personality, or do they tell you what they're looking for and then you put the look together?
I go by, I study them. Mm-hmm. I see what they love to wear. They tell me, and I ask questions during every consultation. I ask them questions. Mm-hmm. All my clients, everybody that sits with me, they get answered questions. I know it sounds crazy, mm-hmm. but I don't know some people that don't do it. They just go off of vision. No, I need questions. I need to ask questions.
You want to understand.
So I ask them, what's their height? What's their weight? What's your favorite color? Do you like off-the-shoulder shirts? Do you like, button down? I ask all those questions because at the end of the day, even if they like blue, their color, their tone might match. It might be like a nude or yellow.
Right.
Because a lot of times they don't know. So for me, that's why they're coming to me. They're asking me questions or they want to know, and then they'll be like, "Oh my God, don't put me in that pink." Mm-hmm. And then the pink looks good. Right. And they'll be like, "Oh my God," and they'll start crying. Wow. No, seriously, I had clients cry because they didn't think they can wear something. Right. And then they could be an extra large and they wear a size 12 and they'd be like, "How did you pull that off?"
Right. And you kind of went into one of my questions. I was like, what do you get out of it? What does it bring you, like the joy?
It does bring me joy. A couple clients I had that came to me, I remember, I think one of the clients, some girl, I went to an event, she referred me to a young lady, and the lady that came to me, she came to me with her head down. Mm-hmm. We met at Star, it was Panera. She came with me with her head down, and I didn't know how to deal with that, but she has some saggy jeans, like really baggy jeans on. Mm-hmm. And I was like, at first I asked her, I was like, what's the reason why you want to do this transition? Mm-hmm. What's the reason behind it? Right. And of course she talked to me about her husband leaving her, and she wanted to get a new start. From then I knew that automatically that this was my purpose. Right. I knew that I was a purpose, but this, I knew exactly this was my purpose, like styling. And then we became, now we're friends till this day. No. She's now my client for almost 2 years now. Right. Yeah, so everything I style, you can't tell her nothing. Now the lady that came with her head down, you should see her now. Yeah. She's a whole different person. And I know that if I can do that to somebody, like, I know my company is amazing. And what I speak for my brand is like phenomenal. So I'm content. So
the lady that came with the head down, do you still style her, or she has found that? Okay.
But guess what? We found her style in a year and a half. Okay. It was hard because she didn't want to put that effort. It was like almost like I was kind of like trying to find out. It was like a kind of
Yeah.
Because it was like almost where she didn't want to let me in. Right. But then when she finally let her hair down, I was able to know that she loved pockets. Dresses with pockets. Right. She loved like just different styles, culotte pants, and now she has, her hair is like she had big curly hair now. Right. And when I first seen her, it was a whole total different person. So for me, it's amazing. Like I know what changed. Yep. The transition.
So what we're gonna do, because Mattine had put together a look for Tiffany. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna go ahead and get into the look, and while she's getting into the look, so how did you what inspired this look, and what are you calling this look?
This is your girlfriend's hangout look. Mm-hmm. You want to get your, you got your clear shoes on, clear heels. I recommend having backup shoes because clear heels could be a total pain during the summer, but you can be cute for like 30 minutes. Right. But then you could turn into right. Definitely. Right. So I definitely call it hang out with your girlfriend's brunch, and then maybe a movie night with the girls outfit. Okay. It's an outfit that literally you can, I literally put, it's a $40 to under, $50 and under outfit look. So for the people out there that's looking for an everyday look and doesn't want to spend too much money, right? And they don't want to go to Zara. You can go to Marshall's for the same look at Zara. Mm-hmm. So you got your leather jacket, you got your regular simple base tee, and then you have your cargo army green, like the army green.
She's so cute. Go ahead.
The army.
She's so cute. Go ahead.
The army green style is always trending. It's always in, and a lot of times that's how you can rock your cargo army green pants with a white tee or any basic tee and a cute leather jacket. Okay. You can always take the leather jacket off, wear a hat, fedora hat like I have on, and some shades. So the outfit that's gonna come out that Tiffany's trying on is literally an under $50 look from Marshalls.
Yeah.
Guys. So don't be afraid to go to Marshalls.
You ready?
I mean, they won't see your shoes, so you can.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it. Okay. So here, Tiffany, go. Yes. This is cute. You like it? What are you supposed to go ahead, roll your little thing.
You can show the little bag. You got your glasses on. So this look definitely compliments Tiff. I'm used to Tiffany, so for me, you can go back a little bit.
Yeah,
so I'm used to Tiffany's size, so I already knew exactly what would fit Tiffany. So like I said, you can pair the cargo pants in their ankle length, and then you can always pair the cargo pants with a regular gray. Right now, I think Zara got this shirt for like $20, and literally this was like $3.99 at Marshalls. So for the people that like Zara, I love Zara, but at the same time, Marshalls got this shirt for $3.
Right.
The leather jacket, like right now, Zara probably have leather jacket for $119.
Right.
So I paid not even less than $15 for the jacket.
Right.
And then the cargo pants for not even $15. And then this was on sale for like $7.
Ooh, you're gonna need that one with me. Yes.
So that's the look, and then of course we paired it with Tiffany earrings, sharing both these with her, and then my shades, of course, they from Zara.
Yeah.
So this definitely goes to show you.
I'll say this out at home. Right. This is so cute.
So this is a girlfriend's day type of look, brunch, or you can just rock it if you're going to the movie night, and then you could probably do a date night with your man.
Right.
Do date night with your hubby.
Right.
So, but like I said, ladies, or guys as well, if you want to be able to shop, you don't have to go to Zara or high-end stores. Literally, you can go into your local Marshalls, Targets. Target's kind of getting high too.
Yeah, they are getting a little high.
So you might want to refrain from. I'm just saying, if you don't want to spend. If you in a quick and you need to go out with your girls and you need to have a good time and you don't have time for that, literally Marshalls, under $50, you get you a look, it's straight to the point. You can do heels with it, you can do platform, and you can rock this with a regular white tee, you can rock it with a black tee, and any other color tee underneath will be fine.
Right.
It's literally versatile, you can do anything with this look.
Somebody said, James said elegant and casual at the same time.
Yes, definitely.
It is comfortable too.
Yeah, and if you notice, the red lipstick I did is to match her handbag, her little clutch bag.
Right.
And I give it pop. Now if I take it off and I took the lipstick off, then it'll be boring. Right.
It's just,
Right.
And the fact that I add the little clutch to it, and it's good because she can hold it in her hand.
Right.
If she's running, I don't know if she feel like she want to run. She can hold it in her hand.
Right. So can you give us another walk with this?
Yes,
Go back out and come back in? Yes, guys. So if you like this look and you're just interested in her services, you need to hit her up.
And this is an everyday look actually too. So
yes,
you don't have to rock a literally pencil skirt and some heels all day. You run all over the place. You could literally be casual and elegant at the same time. And fashionable.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna put our little prop chairs back. Guys, so I wanted y'all to see a little, you want to go ahead and keep the look. Yes, girl. So I wanted y'all to get a example of system transform right here.
We ain't even
y'all see me. Y'all see me.
System transform, honey. Yes, it do.
I love it.
Oh my God. So, let them know, cause people out there need this service and they don't know. Sometimes people don't even know.
People really think. I see people that just, I got this. They be like, I got this. I look good, and I'm not saying that they don't. They just don't know how to pair it up.
Right.
I have people that come. They have all these jewelry on. And I'm like, you don't need all that.
Right.
And honestly, if you take those earrings off and she rocks just the glasses, she'll still be fashion, but that's an accessory.
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of times that's how people, I know some people, they will rock the earring, then they would throw on all type of jewelry just to see if they could complete the look, but the look can be complete simply.
Right. And sometimes simple is the best.
Yeah. You don't have to do the most.
Well, I'm gonna be real. Like when she came in and she showed me she was taking a look out and like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
You was like,
I was looking like, so, okay. I mean, I was like, well, in my head, I'm like, oh, I thought you was gonna do a different, whatever. But I didn't say that because I was like, she is the expert or whatever. Because I do kind of struggle, not with saying, I don't think that I struggle with my style, but I feel like sometimes I need direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and a lot of times people do, like, and that's where they'll come to me, they'll be like, Mattine, I need your, like, I literally have clients that call me and say, I put I think something, a toothpick or something she said she put on her clothes, and they call me for help. I'm like, hi. You gotta use dishwashing soap, or you gotta use the soap that's in the bathroom. It's the bathroom.
Hand soap?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just play with it. But or if you have white on and you drop, let's just say you drop something on your white shirt, you can use baby powder.
Okay, see, I don't know these things.
These are tasks that I use. So if you have white on and you drop, like let's say soda stain or anything like that, you put baby powder on it and it smooths it right out. It'll turn white back again.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got that baby.
Right.
See, this is good.
Last week we had a good hair tip. My friend was saying, like with the hair, when when we wear hair.
Yes.
And she said use alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Right.
So that was a good tip last week, and this week not a good tip with that because I had no clue.
I would have never thought baby powder.
Right.
Yeah, me either.
Me for photo shoots, people think that sometimes. I have clothes that somebody have on a 3X and I clamp the heck out of them.
Right.
And you won't know it. You'll think that it's a size 2, but it's a 3X.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'll make a dress out of a shirt. I'm that weird. You know me. I'm very weird when it comes to
you put in your.
There was one outfit for my first photo shoot.
Right.
The jacket. We had put it on backwards.
Oh yeah.
And it looked good.
Yeah, because I didn't like it from the front.
Yeah,
and then we twisted it backwards, like a top.
Yeah. Nice. We have a question. Does this work with coffee too? The powder. Do you know if it would work with coffee?
It can, because it literally smooths out. You just have to dab a little bit more. So the darker it is, the more dab, and then you would have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have a somebody that was like, "Thank you for the tip."
Yes. You're welcome.
So,
you're welcome.
See, and guys, I always want to say these are why I have these shows, because I feel like it's so much information out there, and just services. Like I said, was saying earlier, sometimes people don't know that this is a service that's out there. They need help.
I have people tell me, like, even when I went out, and I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna grab the shirt," and it's a 2X. And they're probably a large. They're like, that's not gonna fit me. And I'm like, I'm still grabbing it.
Right.
Because you know you don't.
Right.
You know what to do with it.
So a lot of times, the bigger the better, because you can play around with it
more.
You can make it into a dress. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So where can people reach you for your services?
TameYourStyle.com, and it's T as in Thomas, A, M as in mother, E, your, Y-O-U-R, style.com. And then you can also go on Instagram. It's Tame Your Style, same thing, and also on Facebook.
And Tiff, if people looking for you, if they want to interested in you being a model in their show or whatever the case may be, where would they hit you up?
They can contact me on Instagram. My Instagram name is I am Tiffany Naomi, no spaces. Again, it's I am Tiffany Naomi. You can inbox me.
Okay. And I have a few more questions. I know y'all probably like, all right, girl. Okay, good. What are the pros? What's up with you? What are the pros? Oh, you want to say?
I go first.
What are the pros and cons of being a model?
The pros is you get to dress up, and you just get to dress up.
And just be somebody different.
Yeah, wear clothes that you think that you would never wear.
Designers too, like those designers.
Yes, especially with different designers. I would say a con is some jobs you won't get paid for it. And it'll take up most of your day. Or sometimes your days because of rehearsals and fittings
Right.
And then of course the day of the show, it could take up, that's like a shift, a work shift.
Right.
So I would say that's a con.
And what is one of your favorite pieces that you've worn so far?
That ballroom gown.
Yes.
Wait, which one? Wait,
It's like
from
the one from the Orlando African Fashion Show.
Yeah.
The big ball.
The yellow one?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That one,
dress
I ain't gonna lie.
freaking.
That was dope.
When she came out, the whole room was like,
Yeah, I could feel it.
Alina Sanat is her name, but
Yes.
the name of her company is Cam America Creations, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Cam America Creations.
yeah, that dress was it, guys.
She's a good stylist.
Yeah.
That was
Very good.
good. What about you? What are some of the pros and cons of being a fashion stylist?
I want to say that, of course, with the cons, with like how she explained, a lot of times when you work for the big companies and the agencies, it could take a long time to get your photos back. And a lot of times I'm sitting on waiting even on months, maybe close to a year to get a photo that it's that bad. Like you can wait so long, but honestly, I want to say the pros is just you're here to, God give you a gift to, it's a purpose behind it. And I just like to see people smile after I'm done with them.
Right.
Like I love when I get bookings and people call me and say, "Hey, I need your service immediately."
Right.
And like I like being booked, like during a month, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this feels good. And I'm doing something good." And I don't ever doubt myself. Like even if I feel like I'm about to, I'll be like, "You know what, Mattine? No, you're good."
Do it, right.
There's people calling you, you're getting bookings,
You come this far.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I don't go back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have a question here. When is your next show?
Whew, Lord Jesus, I was trying to take a break because
Where's my calendar?
I literally just did a workshop September. Was it?
Oh yeah.
It was September. I did a
September.
workshop. So I was supposed to do my fashion show in January, but I'm gonna push it for early spring or summer. But I have a fashion show coming up, and it's in the works. And I will definitely let you guys know.
Yeah, because I totally enjoyed. I'm branching off a little bit. Just give me your vision behind the Tame. What was the name of it?
It was Tame Lux.
Tame Lux fashion show. It was January of this year, right? That was an amazing show. What was your vision behind it and your inspiration?
And I think it's more so like high-end fashion for me. I like El Saab. A lot of the big designers, there's so many grand designers, Versace. Every time I see them, I'm like, okay, I'm a Miami girl. So for me, it's vintage Miami.
Right.
If anybody ever hashtag vintage Miami, vintage will come up. Like, you remember Lord and Taylor and the old Burdines and back in the days when the women was wearing the high shoulder pads and
I remember
and the
that.
big gold and gold jewelry and stuff like that. And always that's how I grew up. My dad worked for a lot of Jewish people. He built houses in South Beach, and they would show me these women that he built houses for. They would show me big jewelry that they have, and I'm like, you know what? One day I'm gonna have my first suit. I bought my first suit. I was about 16, and I wore my gold accessories. I thought I was doing it, but I was. I didn't look that good, but now I know how to put it all together. They all came together, but. For me, that's how it inspired me. So I wanted vintage. All of the pieces from the fashion show were vintage.
Yes, it was.
And some of my products. I do have some of the jackets online. So if you go to tameyourstyle.com, you can also shop. A lot of the stuff are sold out from the previous show. So definitely just inbox me, let me know if I still have some things available. But
you still have your bathing suit line, and I have on one of her shirts. You guys can see.
And I also have like a
Tame Your Style. So so I representing today.
Yes. I like the white.
You like the white one?
Yeah.
I like it too. I gotta get some dope sneakers for it. Hold on, what about that shirt? What about the shirt? James want to know what about that shirt. Oh, the black one. He wants a black shirt.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you, James. Don't worry.
And so, the final question for you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start with Tiff. Where do you see yourself? I would say, instead of saying 5 years from now, I would say 3 years from now.
Oh, because a lot can happen in 1 year.
Right.
Yeah.
I really, God, you listening?
Yeah, please.
I really want to end up on an international runway.
Yes.
Because I've been watching the YouTube videos and they're just walking.
Right.
And they walk fast because I'm a fast walker.
Right.
So watching them and they do like the long runway.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that.
Yes.
So hopefully, well, in 3 years, I'll be walking an international runway in Vogue, Paris.
Yes. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. What about you?
As for me, I speak it. I will be in a couple fashion magazines. I will. Like,
go ahead, girl. It's for you. Yes, honey. Let it out.
Because you're envisioning.
Yes, go ahead.
sorry.
That's all right. It's gonna happen.
No, I really love my company, and I think a lot of people take their company for granted. They don't like. I see people throw people on, like, they just
Under the bus. Let me get you some
people
tissue,
pay for
guys.
service and they don't treat the people according to how they're supposed to treat them. And I don't know if this is me. I guess I prayed before I got here. People don't take people serious and people's money serious or people's feelings serious anymore.
They don't.
And a lot of times I feel like if people paying their service money, you should treat them according service.
Yeah.
You should treat them really good. And for me, that's why I love my company so much, because every person that sit with me got the love.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I know that for sure. I have I'm kind of crying for a lot of reasons because I got so many no's. And I got a yes the other day. Like, I can't even tell anybody yet because I have a big feature coming up.
Right.
And this with a big company that have over 1 million followers, and they don't work with Oprah. And like, I just can't wait to release it. But I know that God is watching me. He talks to me, and the more that I'm able to help others, and the more that I'm being obedient, He's gonna continue to bless me.
Yeah.
So for those out there that have businesses, take y'all business serious. Stop playing with people's money. Sit down and talk to people that really want to start a business. People want to start businesses, and by you just not catering to them or ignoring them, you're knocking their dream away.
Right.
So I just led from my heart to say so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I had to say. Sorry, I cried.
That's all right. That's all right. And for me, 3 years from now, I see myself with my own recording studio, where I have, people are coming from all over the world to sit in my seat and talk about their business, and not even just business. I want, their life or their accomplishments. So I see myself.
They trust you.
Yeah,
People trust you.
I see myself doing that. Like, I get a lot of good feedback. I'm definitely not where I want to be, but I feel like, as I stated, I made a year today of launching a podcast, and from a year ago to now, I have come a long way.
A lot has happened.
Yes, a lot. So I definitely, people say, my sister always say, "Oh, Tasha, you could be the next Oprah." James is saying, so many people say has used the Oprah reference to me in the past month, and it's like, really, do I even have that potential? But the sky's the limit, and I think God sees me. He sees my efforts. He sees my persistence. He sees that I'm the person that was so inconsistent that wouldn't do anything outside of the norm. Is still going a year later. So I feel like yes, I'm proud of myself. And I just want to take a minute to say, rest in peace. We lost my cousin today, and it was so hard for me to come on to do the show today because I wanted to, kind of reflect on his life and, just when someone goes, especially if you're not expecting it, you're just in a loss. You're like, dang, what happened? Like, how? Why?
It's crazy.
All these questions, and you kind of want to just sit and reflect on all these things, why it happened, how it happened. But I told myself, this is a part of being persistent. This is a part of having a company you have to still keep
Whether
going, you know, and
it was the day of when the African fashion show. I came back, I just buried my aunt.
Yes.
And I was like in the back crying.
Yeah.
And I just kept going. I was helping out. I was assisting the girls.
And you were sick.
Yeah, and I was sick with a cold.
But when you do
that's
what you love, it's so
That's
easy.
what drives you.
It drives you, you know, to keep going. So 3 years from now, I'll probably be doing my photography work. Probably be the print.
Please do.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be the one. You know what I'm saying? Doing your print shots.
I'd be like, Tasha.
Yes.
Tasha.
Right. Yes. So hopefully I'll be doing that. And just have my own studio, have people working for me, and I like doing videography. So in 3 years, I will have all my equipment. I did a short documentary. It's called Made Men. I'm still debating whether or not I want to have like a small premiere because it was so good, but it was so bad at the same time because I didn't have the right equipment. So like a lot of the audio is like off, but
trust me,
I said I'm gonna go ahead and do a small premiere just to show it so that as I grow, because I did it all myself, videography. I produced everything all by myself, and I'm just proud of it because I stepped out the box and, you know, did that. So I also see myself doing more documentaries. Just, you know, again, I have a passion for showing what other people have to offer the world.
Right.
You know, like I like that. I like, you know, you came in, you told your story, and you got a little teary-eyed.
I was not gonna cry at all. I was like, okay, I'm past the crying situation now. Okay.
Oh, here it comes.
And it came. I was like, dang.
No, release it.
Yeah, release it, right.
Yeah.
So again, I want to go back to you know, my cousin again, rest in peace.
Yes.
We'll be putting you to rest pretty soon. I want to give extra encouragement to my aunt and uncle. You know, just I'm praying for you guys because I know it's super hard to lose a family, you know, a child.
Yeah.
So guys, I just want to say, like, it's no time to have hatred. You know, people are dying every day and it's random. You know, like sometimes it's just a random act. Sometimes it's sickness. Sometimes people have been sick for years, don't even know by the time they go to the doctor, it's a wrap. You know, it's so many things. So the grudges, the anger, you know, all that stuff, we need to start to put that stuff behind us and just hold our loved ones, our kids and everybody a little bit closer, our friends, because tomorrow is not guaranteed.
Not at all.
So, you know, I want to thank you guys for coming on my show.
Yeah, this was fun.
You liked it?
I did.
This one, I don't got me all teary-eyed.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I was not going.
You say you wasn't?
No, I didn't even think. You know, I was
right.
I was like, it's gonna be fashion, child.
Right. You're not thinking like, oh, I'm finna cry out here in these city streets. But somebody said they like my shirt. So this is her brand, Tame. And so again, you can go, what's the website? Just again, for some people that's just coming in, let them know the website so they can go and purchase.
TameYourStyle.com, but inbox me if you don't see the shirt. So I know I have another shirt on stock online. So you can go to Tame Your Style, TAME, M as in mother, E as in echo, your, Y-O-U-R, style @gmail.com.
Okay, and Tiff, one more time.
I mean, TameYourStyle.com.
Oh, yeah, TameYourStyle.com.
Oh, your Gmail.
Yeah, because we want to email you.
Yeah.
Okay. And once again, just give them your
my modeling Instagram is I am Tiffany Naomi. All one word, no space. Again, I am Tiffany Naomi.
Yeah.
And for me, guys, you already know you can find me on YouTube, the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. Because you know I be messing up on my abbreviations, so let me go to this YouTube real quick because it's so long. Y'all don't judge my life if I can find it.
No judgment.
No judgment. But look, I'm pressing everything. Come on, y'all. Okay. Okay, so it's the TT on YouTube if you want to, because all the episodes are on YouTube. So this is episode, I think, 43 right now that I'm filming today. I think I have up to 41 on YouTube because I normally post on Monday. So Monday coming will be episode 42. But On YouTube, you can find me under TTPOASM podcast. So the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom podcast is just the abbreviation. I am, you can find me on Instagram, the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. You can find me on Facebook, the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And SoundCloud, I gotta get it caught up, but I am also on SoundCloud. I gotta catch up on the posts on SoundCloud, but you can also check me out on SoundCloud, guys. So I do appreciate the support. Thanks so much for listening. I appreciate everybody coming in, taking time out to listen to us. Thanks for watching. Again, thanks for listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. Peace.
All.
Because
of
A.
man.
All.
because
Of
A.
man.
I.
I was manipulated.
Bamboozled. Betrayed.
sexually assaulted.
Fatherless.